Hey guys, this is the MTG noob here. I just hopped into a two-man bringing you the zombies list to Stand Mountain. I'm going to keep this hand outside of there being a mountain there. I think we don't have the most aggressive start, but with a swamp off the top, anytime in the next 2 turns, we can at least curve out really nicely. So we'll play a Fume Spitter. Okay, he might be playing zombies as well. Okay, oh, Fume Spitter action. So now that kind of deters me from playing my Blood Artist. So I'm going to just swing in. I can't plop the Blood Artist. If he wants to trade here, that's fine. If he wants to take, then that's fine. You always swing with your Fume Spitter if they have a Fume Spitter because of the fact that it's really annoying and hard to deal with. So it seems like we're playing the Zombies Mirror unless he's on mono black control. Oh, nope, I'm wrong again. Okay, we're not playing the Zombies Mirror. I guess maybe he's playing Sorin? No crap. Double Gravecrawler is going to be an issue. That's a very good draw. Okay, we draw our own Gravecrawler, but I think since it can't block, I'm just going to lay this guy down and do some things, and then hopefully over the course of the turn, the next 2 turns, I can get like this and this going, which will be fine. He's going to swing in here. I'm going to take 4, go to 16, but the fact that I have a Blood Artist, as long as it doesn't die, ensures that I'll get some life gain. This would be terrible. A Blade Splicer. Okay, that's actually pretty terrible for us. Not the end of the world, but not great either. Okay, I don't want to swing in because his Golem token will just straight up block. So I'm going to play a Falconwrath Aristocrat, and we might be pretty screwed if we don't draw some removal fast. Now remember, the deck is playing 4 copies of Bonfire, so we're hoping to draw that off the top. Okay, we'll see what this is. Mortipod, that's actually okay. He'll probably take out the Blood Artist, which is not going to be the greatest for us. Let's see how he determines to do this. Okay, he's going to attempt to kill my Blood Artist, which will make him trigger and lose a life. I'll say okay to the first one. And now I'd really like to sack and get him for an extra point of life, but I don't think that's going to be very relevant here because I'd rather him mess up and swing with everybody here. Like, I don't want to take that extra few damage. 2 to equip. So I'm not really worried about this guy dying anytime soon unless he has a tragic slip. But that Blood Artist would have been really great. Okay, so he's coming in with both. I'm going to take this because if he does have the tragic slip and I block while my guy's Undying ability is on the stack, then he could just slip me and kill my guy. So that would be bad. Alright, tragic slip of my own. Alright, let's see how we're going to do this. We just don't want to die. So if I have Gravecrawler and then I slip the Golem token, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll sack this. This may be a little bit loose, but I want to get in for damage, and then he can only hit me for 7. And he doesn't have very good blocks here. So he might just take, okay, so he blocks there, which is, I'd say, a smart block. and then I'll regrow my Gravecrawler. No sense in showing him the one in my hand just yet. Now he gets to do like stupid stuff here, like if he wants to equip and other things like that. But he's essentially at 6. You know, I can't get too crazy with sacking things because the aristocrat can technically die to a tragic slip or a mortipod shot or things like that. So these guys are coming in. The reason being, in case you don't know, is that they can't block. So if they come in, and there's no point holding them back. See what this is. That really doesn't do much. I mean, it makes him have a bigger guy. Do I want to get him for 6 here is the question. I don't think I do. I think I'll just leave that. Okay, now we're going to essentially put enough pressure on him here where he has to block. With a land, he has us at 8, but he really does have to block here. So we got him at 2, which isn't the greatest, but it's not the worst either. He's going to make some blocks, that and that. And we'll see if he decides to save his Blood Throne Vampire, which he might. Okay, I might have just punted this match, actually. Yeah, I think I just punted this match. This is pretty bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just screwed this match up big time because he can make this a 9/9, and that's pretty bad. I let this one get away, guys. I'm kind of oh, geez, especially with that. Kind of hoping he doesn't see kill here. Maybe I should have held back another card, but I think he does see it. Yeah, I really needed to hold this back as a blocker. This is definitely bad. Alright, well, you live, you learn. Bloodthrone Vampire was not expecting to be that good. Let's see. Okay, so he's going to put me to 1 here. I'm going to take it, and we'll see if he sacks, which I'd have to assume he has to go for it here. And then I have to assume that I suck at magic, which is terrible. You can't lose 2 on-board kills like that. Like, that was me being pretty weak. So I apologize. You know, we all make mistakes, but let's hope to learn from my mistake. Okay, so he's got a lot of stuff. We're in the play here. The things that I don't want to bring in are Doomblades. I mean, they do kill Blade Splicer pretty well, but not that great. I think I can protect Liliana on the play decently, and I think I want spell bombs. So what do I want to cut is the question. Guess Verdict seems terrible against him. All this other stuff seems good. Dismember, I don't think we really need. We might, because he has the Golem token. Mortipod's going to be good in this matchup. Highborn Ghoul's going to be pretty awful, actually, so I'm going to cut it. And I'll bring in another Blood Artist. I kind of feel like I might want the Dismember at least as a 1-of. I mean, the spell bombs are good if he puts stuff in the graveyard. Fume Spitter's not the worst. Dismembers. Yeah, I like this a lot. I gotta make 1 cut. I think I can cut these Fume Spitters. I don't know if that's completely wrong because it's cutting early stuff. But the only thing I really want to take out in his deck so far is the Blood-Throne Vampire. So, not the end of the world. I could always kill it with a Dismember. I think we're going to leave this. And yes, we would like to play first. Yeah, we'll keep this. This seems pretty sexy, actually. I could protect Liliana. I got a 3-drop, naming zombies with the Cavern of Souls, or the Liliana also comes down on 3. If he ever gets too out of hand with 2 things, I'll Arc Trail it. So I'm pretty happy with this keep. Man, that last game was a punt. I mean, the only thing I could have really done was hold back the 3-2 and hope he doesn't have removal. But if he has any removal there, I'm dead. I could have held back my 4-1 flyer, but that's just dumb. So let me know what you would have done differently, because like I said, the point of me doing this is so I can improve as a Magic player and get better and hopefully, learn from my mistakes. So if we see a Blood-Throne Vampire, we're going to kill it. Now this Arc Trail won't kill it because it'll become a 3-3. But we will try to kill it. Okay, so we're on the play here. Let's get this army, this undead dying horde, into the mix. I actually wanted to try to play the mono blue Talrand/Delver deck, but it ended up that Talrands on Moto are now 9 ticks, so I was not going to pay 9 tickets for something that's in the pre-con deck. So, not too happy about that, but maybe I'll bring you that next week. I know it just won the starcitygames in the open for today. Today's Sunday, the 29th, I believe. Okay, we'll take 2 here. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's actually also very good. I can't play Liliana sack a dude because he'll just sack the Gravecrawler. I think I'm going to bash in and see if he wants to attempt the trade here. Now, he might have Blade Splicer next turn. So let's craft around that. If I blow these up, he can't rebuy the Gravecrawler. I think we're good blowing his 2 guys up here. It's not the greatest of Arc Trails. No, you know what? I'm going to play my messenger out. Oops. The reason being, right now the Gravecrawler and Blood Artist aren't real threats. Like, I'd rather plop something on the board so I have more Liliana protection, because I feel like Liliana plus this Arc Trail are going to be like very good, plus this Tragic Slip against him, and I find it's going to be hard for him to get at Liliana. But I got to clear his board. Okay, so we're seeing what this is. Probably Blade Splicer. Oh, another Gravecrawler. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have the greatest of hands over there. Now he can chain things. I'm going to just play this and name zombies. He can chain things with these Gravecrawlers. So I'm thinking I probably want to kill his team and get in for 5. But if he plops down a zombie, these things are going to be pretty annoying to deal with. I'm going to swing in for 5. That's play 1. I find it hard to believe he doesn't have another zombie. So let's see. I can Arc Trail. I want to take this out because I feel like this is going to be very good against us. I also want to play Liliana, but I can't do everything I want. I feel like killing the grave crawlers here is okay. It might just make more sense to just arc trail him. You know what? Next turn I'm gonna just pass. I know this seems probably bad, but I don't think I want to use my removal on anything just yet. I want to see like where I'm at with the board state in a second. Like, he's gonna bash in, that's fine. And we gotta remember, the Blood Artist is gonna nug us for at least a point of life. So we'll go to 12. We're just racing here. Well, this is on the stack. I'm gonna kill this because I don't want him to gain extra life off of it. It doesn't seem at this point he's having any more zombies. We'll name Vampire with this one. Okay, so our trail, he shrinks. Let me bash in and see what he wants to do. See if he wants to go down to 5. Yeah, I'd have to assume he's going to block. Take 2, go to 8. Okay, take 1. Alright, I'm going to go for it here. And I know he's going to instantly top deck a zombie, and I'm going to regret it. Actually, you know what? I could play Liliana. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to Liliana here. And we're each going to discard. I'll get rid of this Gravecrawler. I can be playing this terribly, but I feel like having Liliana around is very strong. Okay, so, oh, he's on pod. And I'm going to get rid of both of his dudes. And we're going to hope he doesn't top deck a cheap zombie, because if he does, then I'm going to be screwed with that line of play. So on my turn, I'm probably going to tick up Liliana. Don't have topped a cheap zombie. What the hell is this? What cost 5 in this matchup? Okay, that's fine. Was not expecting that. I actually cannot beat that. Gonna bash this in. Was not expecting Curse of Death's Hold. Alright, I'm gonna play this out. There's no point in not putting a 1/1 into play. And then we'll each discard. So I have no answer to this. But I do have some dudes. He has 3 Gravecrawlers. Why didn't he play the Gravecrawler? It's almost as bad as me. Alright, that's fine. No sense in not playing my land. I think Liliana's going to take this game over pretty easily at this point. Each player discards, and then we'll pass. So I really should have locked this matchup with game 1 happening. The only other way is 2 Curse of Death's Hold. Okay. So he's on pod. I'm not playing any Ancient Grudge effects. So my only real out to pod is probably Liliana's ultimate, which is not the greatest. This time around, let's see, we have Spellbomb, which I still think is decent against him. We have a Metamorph for our own pod. I do like the Dismembers. I don't really like Liliana on the draw as much. But with all our removal, it might be fine. I kind of want the fume spitters back in. I think Mortipod is still good. I think the Arc Trails are still good. Spellbomb would have been really good in that matchup that time. Trying to see what is bad against him. I mean, maybe I want to cut. Dismember is a lot of life loss, but it kills so much more. Fume Spitter seems so much more narrow. You know, if I'm going to keep the Lilianas in, which I'm thinking I might have to in this matchup, I want to keep the Fume Spitters over the Dismembers. So, you know, you let me know how you would have boarded. I took out the Highborn Ghouls, added the Lilianas, added the Arc Trails. Let's added a Blood Artist and cut the Geth's Verdicts. So that's kind of where I'm at. I kind of feel like I want some hard removal, but the current constitution of the deck is that I am okay. I also am cold to Curse of Death's Hold. It pretty much shuts down every one of my creatures, even if I wanted to bring in this Highborn Ghoul. So that being said, I really need to keep these Lilianas in. Alright, let's do this. Let's man up on this game 3 and hope for the best. Good luck, opponent. There's that one Evolving Wilds. I think I'm going to keep this. I mean, I can technically... Oh man, he's playing Evolving Wilds too. It's the mirror! Now in this case, I'm going to Evolving Wilds myself, getting a Swamp. I don't have any turn 1 play anyway. I'm going to wait for him. You can Evolving Wilds all you want. Okay, so he gets a Plains, so that's a pretty obvious sign that he's probably got a turn 3 Blade Splicer. Butchered Ghoul seems pretty good in this matchup. Maybe I could get some tech of my own. Alright, let's grab up a Swamp. And we even rip Dragon Skull Summit. Look at us. Alright, I'm going to play out this Blood Artist. It's not amazing here, but it does offer some Liliana protection. Right now, if he doesn't drop anything, I play Liliana. If he plays, he's got to have a Blade Splicer here, I would assume. He's got a Blood Artist of his own. Okay, that's fine. And a Fume Spitter kill my Blood Artist. Seems good, buddy. Alright, so we cancel out, and then I believe he will... Yeah, we just cancel out again. Look at us both being at 21. What a nice guy putting us at 21 like that. Okay, so he's at 3 cards. I'm gonna basically play around his dudes as best as I can. Now I can kill both of those, but that doesn't really do much for me. I could Liliana and make us both discard, and he can only hit her for 1. I kind of like that play. It doesn't put any immediate pressure on him, but it does allow me to get in a board state where I'm able to do things. Now I like all my mana. I have double red already, so I'm actually going to chuck the Cavern of Souls, and we're just going to try to ride this Liliana out. He chucks a Blood Artist, because like if he doesn't have any pressure here, then I can, like, hopefully it's not a Blade Split. Okay. Alright, so Liliana is going to take 1, I would assume. Okay, Blackleaf Cliffs, completely irrelevant at this point. Let's just... I gotta get to a point where I can benefit from this. He can sack and kill Liliana. So if I just make her tick up, I really don't have any board presence, and he can kill her if he plays a dude. So let me play my land. That's step one. I think I'm actually gonna make him sack a dude. He's gonna sack the butchered ghoul, and then I'm gonna kill these two. I'm gonna take some damage, and then he'll kill Liliana. But it's okay. So he's gonna sack a dude. This could be wrong, but I think this is fine. He's gonna sack the butcher ghoul. I'm gonna take one. Then I'm gonna kill off the butcher ghoul and the blood artist with my arc trail, and then he's going to be able to kill my Liliana with his blood throne vampire. I should have, technically, if I was going to go this line of play, I should have definitely played out my black cleave cliffs. Okay, and now I'll just do this. 2 and 1. Oh, you know what? I should have killed the blood throne vampire. But he would have sacked his butcher ghoul to make it a 3/3, so not the end of the world. Okay, so I'm going to take some damage here. I'm going to allow him to kill my Liliana. But then we're going to be pretty even. You can argue that since he missed his land drop, I should still keep plucking cards from his hand. But I think his board presence was pretty dominant at that point. Plus, if he doesn't play a creature now, I can get him with Liliana. Alright, we'll see what this is. Okay, messenger just changes the whole damn equation, of course. I don't know if I win this now. I was kind of hoping he didn't have that. I think he had the land, needed the third land, the black source. Alright, well, we'll try to play around it. Liliana sack a dude, he just sacks this. Yeah, I'm in trouble. Okay. I play Liliana, grow it to 4, he just kills it. It's basically discard a card. So I have to play my guy tapped, and I have to get him for 2 and pass. This line of play I took, I guess, was very risky, because I guess if he hit the third black source, then it would have been fine. If this is a curse, then I'm probably screwed. Yeah, I'm losing this, guys. There's no way I don't lose this now. He's got me for 4 right there. Alright, well, this did not turn out the way I would like for it to turn out. Obviously, there's a lot of room for improvement in my line of play with the zombies deck. If you see something, say something. Meaning, try to get it in there. Alright. Play this. I will name Shapeshifter. But this game's over. Even with Liliana, he sacks a dude. Let's see how it turns out. We'll go to 6, and we'll copy. I guess we gotta copy the blood throne vampire. I don't really want to. Sacks a dude. We trade for sacks. Okay, so we copy the blood throne vampire, which is pretty terrible. And we'll play Liliana, and maybe we'll sidetrack him. I don't see how he doesn't see win on board. He saw it last time. So, you know, a little disappointing loss, 2 tickets gone, but we learned a valuable lesson that Bloodthrone Vampire should not be left on the board with a bunch of grave crawlers. Alright, so as always, I'll let you see the end of the match, but I'm going to say thanks for watching. Please check out the website. If you haven't tried to get involved in our So You Think You Can Cast contest, you definitely should. And yeah, pretty excited about that.